on to a special, overtime, every time, special Sabbath. Rock and roll, we're gonna go on this special Saturday. It is the Sabbath of the Dancing Goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, and I'm not in steel-toe boots. Finally, I'm gonna retire them and take new boots for the weekend. I'm in red running shoes because it is the Sabbath. I don't wear steel toes. Maybe sometimes will, depending. And we're gonna go to the mountain on these red shoes. Auctioning everything that yours truly is wearing. Turn your heads left and right before you cross the street. Even if there's a stop sign in the south, in the north, in the east, in the west, turn your heads before you cross the street. Auctioning this special scarf gifted to yours truly by the greatest woman I know, my anonymous sister friend. If I make $1 million, gonna give her 50%. That is half of every million, billion, trillion. Got love for you, Taylor Swift. I'm a Swiftie as well. I'm a Swiftie sometimes, most. But my anonymous sister friend deserves to be 7 times the number after 6, the number after 6, the number following 6 is 7. 7 times richer than Taylor Swift. All the 7 Kardashians put together and 7 times then Oprah put together, bundled up. Thank you, farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, all involved in the production distribution of food. My gratitude. I was a bit moody just now, but now I feel much better because I saw a senior citizen couple going where I'm going, maybe, maybe not. But going east, 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 and to my left and to my right, a about 15, 16, 17 teenager couple, holding hands, teenager couple, young, fresh love, and you know, puppy love, puppy love, puppy love. So I said, hey, going east, going west, love, love, intergenerational, love, love, going east, going west, and now I feel much better. They were holding hands, and now I'm happy. Somebody's holding hands. Y'all give me hope. Because if not, somebody making love. Love is also action. And although I am financially struggling, got $10,500 in debt, I'm open for business. Celebrating my surviving COVID 4 years ago. About exactly 4 years ago, was very sick and disease, survived COVID. Been depressed and suicidal, have conquered depression, conquered being suicidal, conquered depression, conquered being suicidal. Turn your heads left and right. Before you cross the street, I'd advise and encouraging all to work out, train, exercise as I am. Going now, not in steel-toe boots. Running shoes today, we're gonna go do the dance. Dragon Zero transforms, converts, becomes that priestess of the goddess, Deesse priestess. At the mountain, that transformation, conversion, Dragon Zero is also priestess of the goddess, Deesse. Dragon Zero, Rainbow Dragon also is that priestess of the goddess. Rock and roll for the farmers, rock and roll for the butchers, Hydro-Quebec. Nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks, all involved in the production, distribution of food, encouraging you all to work out, train, exercise, and calling for the mass financing thereof of my fellow citizens to work out, train, exercise as I go to the mountain, turning my head left and right before I cross the street, making sure I cross safely. You never know, I guess the car might turn fast, car might not brake perfectly, and of course the citizen driver might press the accelerator and not the brakes. So it's always possible. These things are always possible for their occurrence, and for, of course, we gotta be mindful of our own passing and interjections, and now my liberty, my security, to be in liberty and security with all other citizens. And I'm not perfect, far from it, you know, I got rock and roll, and I'm an Aspie, got that Asperger, so I'm gonna repeat things twice, 3 times, and I might get too close to comfort for people. It's symptoms of Asperger's. There's no medication, you know, for Asperger's, but you learn to live with it and deal with it and recognize my difference as an Aspie and my obsessions, because Aspies got obsessions, and one of it is rock and roll, but always rock and roll for the butchers and the bakers and nurses and doctors, rock and roll for the firefighters, rock and roll for those truckers on the roads. We need that public works to pick up the garbage. Thank you, here we rock and roll. Thank you for the public works, picking up the garbage, the recycling. 3 services in my neighborhood, you know. Got that garbage collection, that compost, and of course that recycling. So got the recycling, the compost, and the garbage. 3 services, gotta get that public-private partnership. Anyways, the Sabbath. I want to go over into the Dancing Goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, but encourage all for pleasurable activities, bathing, taking a bath, and of course things for recreation. Things for recreation and things that we can do and to recreate. You know, I survived COVID, and if I can do some good, turn my head left and right, because see here can be dangerous. And of course we gotta be mindful that civilization is a privilege. Civilization is a privilege, and civilization being a privilege, you know. And gotta look up sometimes to see that beautiful blue sky, but always grateful, thankful that my rent's paid my rent. For the month of February, paid my rent, paid my electricity bill, got food and coffee. I'm an independent artist, athlete, double A in parallel to double A. AA asked me with amnesia, the retrograde amnesia. And, I survived COVID, you know, and nothing that I want to go back to, just live for today, with hope for tomorrow, and I'm joyous because on the east side, when I was on this is my left, on the left side, and on the right side there were people holding hands, my fellow citizens, couples, and one of them was like senior citizen couple, and the other one was, of course, like young teenagers. I'm assuming you don't like to assume much, but I'll say 16, sweet 16, maybe sweet 16. So that was very nice and gave me a little bit of extra joy because I was moody. But hey, if they're gonna do some good loving, some loving, then I'm happy. Do love for me, hug like you never hugged before with consent, obviously. And please increase in hygiene in public. And you know, this body is a temple for a different purpose, and super important to invest in it by working out, training, and exercising. No excuses. You could always do push-ups, and I always say my fitness journey commences now. Today, you know, not been low and been suicidal, been depressed, and you know, been suicide. Now I'm just financially stressed. Now the only stress is financial. Now the only stress is financial, you know. The only stress is financial now. So I'm always admiring structures and architecture, and you know, I gotta say some of these buildings are really nice. And in my neighborhood, Montreal is like a small country, 2.5 million people, just on the island. I live on an island called Montreal, right, Hawk Island, second biggest city in Canada. Got 40 million people in Canada, and North America, you know, about 665 million. And of course, is the 8th biggest city in North America, top 10 in terms of population. And for me, it's one of the greatest cities in the world. I was born here in the past life, previous incarnation, and right here I died, and I'm being reborn now, right on the island. See, as I cross, gonna go 3 seconds, 3, 2, and 1. See, that's all I need. Oh, he's proud to be a trucker. Yeah, I got that sign. And truckers rock and roll. Farmers, nurses, dock workers, carpenters, electricians, you know, all these professional public works will pick up the garbage. Or got a salute, are gonna pick up that compost, that recycling, that garbage, and that compost. Here too, they got 3 services. I just noticed the bins have different colors, and one has indication that it's a compost, the other one recycling, and the black one is the garbage. So all those there got a salute, you know, because it's services we got, and the public and the private got to go together. I'm all about that public-private partnership, and the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, and you know, gratitude, you know, super important, gratitude, and you know, so many things I don't know. And civilization is a privilege, and you know, having been down, and having been on the down, and having been on the suicidal, and having been depressed, now coming up, you know, and meditating as an artist, athlete, double A. Got that ass with amnesia, artist, athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst, and interiors. That is my obsession. See here, it shows you how the stops are made. So still turn your heads left and right before you cross the street, because you never know. The brakes can potentially malfunction. The citizen driver can potentially press the accelerator instead of the brake. And of course, my public king, the sun is shining, and gonna go launch that for that goddess rebirth dance tour. And you know, I'm a mystic universal spiritual teaching student, but I have questions. I don't know it all. My reincarnations, incarnations, and sometimes we just gotta balance deeds, and good deeds. And in a parallel life, I'm a super scientist, so I know all those science, satellites, supercomputers, ICBM rockets, and of course microchips, and right here, so many things I don't know, you know. My own nature. I do have aggression, brothers and sisters, but I channel it. I channel sublimate. Two key words in my philosophy for psychological, philosophical. As an independent psychoanalyst, you know. I have my own strength. Sometimes I just say drop down, channel that aggression by some push-ups and, you know, trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning, some good masturbation, which I did earlier. That one who honked said, me too, me too, me too. So, anyways, I like my BDSM switch. I am androgynous, gay, pansexual, androgynous. I am gay, pansexual, androgynous. And that's just rainbow style. But look at that helicopter chopper. Let's build me some 300 for the public-private partnership. Dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom, coast to coast. And gotta give a shout out, salutation to how down Nova Scotia go, because they got hit by another snowstorm. So those shoveling now the snow, Nova Scotia, gotta sing some rock and roll for the Maritimes. I've been there 6 years ago, and that event got me out of depression. So now they're gonna do some shoveling on the roads, and with those muscles, the muscles and the brains, the machines, right? They're doing it. Alright, because it's another storm. Just 2 weeks ago, they had another big storm. So now they have two. I mean, one after the other. One after the other. Another storm to deal with. So now on the roads, they gotta clear the roads. Right? Clear the roads. Gotta clear the roads, so Nova Scotia. Gotta clear the roads in Nova Scotia, and also Prince Edward Island, you know, they got hit again. They got hit again, and they got hit again, you know, so you gotta do that shoveling. Across the street you go, fellow citizen jogging. Good for you. Good. Keep it up. Just I like to encourage people to work out. And you know, I've been there. I said, don't feel like it. And then I say, hey, you got no excuses. Rent paid, electricity bills paid, and got food, got coffee. And I love me this structure here. I still forgot to check. The pillars, Corinthian, Ionic or Doric, Greco-Roman style, Corinthian, Ionic or Doric, and I will paint it some color because I get gray, but I like the doors blue, but you can see a little bit of here and a little bit of there, but I just love this Greco-Roman style of architecture. Of course the moon, still got to check. Yeah, so yours truly, you know, gonna switch to that French because we're in La Belle Province, you know, you gotta be patient. We're gonna switch to that French because we're in La Belle Province. We're gonna switch to that French because we're in La Belle Province. We're gonna switch to that French because we're in La Belle Province, and you know, we got that bilingual, you know, we made the great compromise here, you know, what I call as I'm a Quebecer, Canadian, North American. Personally, I do not consider myself, or feel that I'm a member of a diaspora. I do not consider myself and see myself as a member of a diaspora. Personally, I do not consider myself or see myself as a member of a diaspora, but I can be universal for world peace. But really, all I really know is this island. This island right there, you know. The island right there, island right here. 2.5 million people, like a small country. And I know that I love that architecture. I know my philosophies, my geopolitical analysis, and of course the fact that I predicted what's happening now back in 2019. I predicted in 2019 the situation geopolitically. I did predict an escalation and a growing attention and potential international conflict. World War III, not World War III. We're not there yet, but kind of predicted an international conflagration, what's happening now with Ukraine, Russia, Israel, Hamas, and potential China, Taiwan. I gotta give a salutation to my black brothers and sisters, of North America, 13.3%. For Black History Month, you know, we gotta work together and try to address such issues, you know. I offer what I offer everybody else. It's, of course, it's kind of chilly today, though. Well, it's supposed to be like this, eh? It's like -7, maybe -6, -3. But it's supposed to be cold, because it's not supposed to be plus in February. It's February 17th today. So to my black brothers and sisters, who are black, 13.3% of population of the collective North American civilization of North America, I put on the table an offer, what I offer everybody else. First and foremost, KIS, kisses, kisses, kisses. I got by the trillions of kisses from the forgotten goddess. I got rock and roll, hugs, tickles, and of course some rock and roll, some good hugs, some good loving, and that I can do with open arms, you know, because my black brothers and sisters, the 13.3% of my neighbors to my right side when I go out from my underground dragon's lair, go out to my right, my neighbors are black. To my right, my neighbors are Quebec from l'Acadie, Acadian from to the left, and then I got above, I got Mexican, European, so it's like a whole section of the whole city is like representation, and just to my right and to my left and above me, it's kind of representative of mosaic, cultural, and dynamic of Montreal. So, and I do consider myself a North American, you know, world citizen, world peace, universal. I can try to be, but of course, I know the island, and as I try to be, but of course, we gotta be mindful that we gotta work together for safety and my liberty, my security with others' liberty and security. And wow, the sky's so blue, man. Just gotta look up. It's like such a blue sky. It's like almost, there's clouds here and there, but kind of sunny, a bit cold. I guess it's what's supposed to be today, you know. This is normal temperature. Normal temperature. It's actually supposed to be even colder, I think, like minus over the case. And anyways, grateful, thankful, and spade, and just to go spade, and we're at corner Grovenor and Westmount. Grovenor and Westmount at the corner. Grovenor and Westmount. Grovenor and Westmount. That's where we are. So as we go now east, gotta say that I'm grateful for. Oh, I can see the moon. There you go. See the moon there? See the moon? The moon? It's kind of the moon over there. Yeah, that's the eye of the goddess, the moon for the farmers, the butchers, the bakers, the nurses, the truckers. Gotta sing some rock and roll for the lovers. Roslyn, Westmount, Roslyn. Turn my head left and right before I cross the street. Because, of course, see, here they got stop signs at every corner. That's going north, so that's north. That's south. In the back of me is the west, and I'm heading east. There, a stop at north-south and east-west. So there's at the four corners, east-west, north-south, there's a stop. But what if the brakes do not function and it's steep? Because I'm on the mountain already. I'm going up on the mountain, the three peaks of the Mount World system. And what if by mistake the citizen driver presses the accelerator? So now I got responsibilities, duties, and obligations in the public. I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligations in the public. I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligations. I got added responsibilities, duties, and obligations. Now to stay to my right. My liberty, my security with other citizens' liberty, security, and turn my head left and right. And as I love admiring the architecture, and of course looking how steep it is, and how you can see the river from the joint puncture. See, it goes like this. Descends. It descends, as it's a mountain, you know. So it just descends. Now I'm going up. And once again, I want to say that if I know somebody who deserves to live in houses like this. It is my anonymous sister friend. If I know somebody who deserves to live in houses like this, if I know somebody who deserves to live in houses like this, I do know somebody. Greatest woman I know, anonymous sister friend. And right here in the corner, gotta salutate the public workers picking up the garbage. Gotta give them a salute. The public workers, keeping up the recycling. Thank you for the recycling the garbage. And I turn my head left and right, you know. I got the hair in my. So I gotta salute the public workers. Thank you for picking up the garbage, the compost, keeping the cities clean, and giving up for the service. Gotta give them a shout out. Some rock and roll for those picking up the garbage. Thank you. And appreciate their service. Public workers unite. We're rock and roll dragon. Keep it clean and give a little bit of merci. Thank you. Just gonna take a little thank you. Merci, thank you. Public works, we gotta thank them a little bit, and you know they're athletes. Give them some little extra west one, give them some extra cheese. Give them a pack of cheese. Give them some wine, some bottles, something. I cannot give them anything but rock and roll. I can give rock and roll and a little bit of thank you, a little bit of encouragement. And they're athletes, and that clock is always 7. Always 7, always 7, always 7. That clock is always 7. It's been 7 years. That clock is always 7. It's always 7. So we gotta be mindful. You know, my brothers and sisters, citizens who do that work across Montreal, public workers. Gotta salute, get that PPP, support the dream. We need mass financing. Keep our cities clean, recycling, compost. It's they that do it with the brains. He gets there, he goes labor, changes black bag and put another black bag or white, green, whatever, for whatever purpose. Well, that was garbage. So that's not recycling, that's garbage. You know, so we gotta be mindful. All these things we got. Civilization is a privilege. Civilization is a privilege. Civilization is a privilege. And we gotta salute and sing for them, rock and roll a little bit. But also gonna clean up. See, they're gonna pick up the garbage there and there and changes. So gotta rock and roll. They go on those trucks. This truck is the truck is a little bit smaller. The truck is a little bit smaller. This one's a little bit smaller. In my neighborhood, they're bigger, but I guess this is for the public parks and they got designated areas. And again, if I know somebody who deserves to live in a house like this one will be perfect for my anonymous sister, but I don't know if it's for sale. Or that one to the left or to the right here. My anonymous sister friend. Look at the moon. Look at those big tree cedars. Sometimes you just gotta look and you know the freshness of it all. Civilization and nature gotta go hand in hand together. You know, I see me starting going from the roads, civilization, and going to the mountain. We go from urban jungle, concrete, steel, metal, to trees and rocks, to the forest on the mountain, to the forest on the mountain, to the forest on the mountain. Greatest place there, Belvedere, you know. So this is my home. You know, I died on this side 4 years ago. Got hit by COVID. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. For me, it was like death, pestilence, and disease. For me, it was like death, pestilence, and disease. Now being reborn, you know, I continue my fitness journey, which I started 6 years ago when I got out of the depression and being suicidal after crossing Canada. And I'm an athlete, artist, philosopher, and I always say your fitness journey begins today. And, you know, we gotta balance that social media. You gotta balance harmony, equilibrium, the public and the private, the public and the private, the public and the private. And I gotta go hand in hand together. My liberty, your security, my security, your liberty. Can't be too focused, too narrow focused upon one thing, the other thing. But sometimes you just gotta do. Here I turn my head left and right. My fellow citizen is nodding, so I'm gonna cross. I'd make sure that I'm giving priority. If it stops, there's the stop, and he nodded here with the hand, and then I cross. But I usually wait a few just to make sure I got good eye contact, because you never know with the sunshine like this. What if doesn't see me properly, you know, and just starts accelerating. So it's always prudence and caution, but you know, with a certain, while at the same time securing liberty, you know, securing freedom. Freedom is a new thing, you know. My lectures, discourse on freedom, last year I put on the table, and as the people's doctor I presented my thesis called The Privilege of Civilization. My thesis is called The Privilege of Civilization. My thesis is called The Privilege of Civilization. I scrubbed the toilet bowl this morning. Myself. I scrubbed the toilet bowl, you know, so it takes that action. It takes the philosopher, the doer, the thinker, the lover, the artist, and civilization and nature gotta go hand in hand. Cause talk forever if I don't put the steps, if I don't march. Look at that, beautiful. Right? Civilization is a privilege. Always mindful when 2020 February, about this time, I was very sick. I had COVID. Got triple vaxxed. That's it for me. No fourth, fifth, but I increase in public hygiene. I open carry my disinfectant, which kills the bacteria, germs, and microbes. And you know, Aspies, we got obsessions, interests. When we are super focused to the point of obsessions, and maybe that's why I lost a lot of friends in the past 7 years and made new friends and lost them. So he's obsessed about geopolitics. I am obsessed about sports, fitness, 24/7. Dancing is my favorite sport. You can see hundreds of my workout videos. I am obsessed about civilizations, the study of civilizations, and of course I am, and public hygiene and some rap, rock and roll, always for the farmers, butchers, those nurses, truckers, public workers, picking up the garbage, doing the recycling and cleaning workers. Again, I want to see my anonymous sister friend in a house like this, and see the beautiful Montreal there. Just gonna turn my head left and right before I cross the street, but you can see how steep it goes. You see part of the river there, so that's always nice and pleasant to see. And I'm working with a laptop on these vlogs. This is my work. And I'm a YouTuber, but filming, sometimes you gotta work with what you have, you know. You gotta work with what you have, and the body, take care of it in temple, and gotta work with science, and gotta work with civilizations, gotta work with science, gotta work with spirituality, but you know, liberty gotta be secured. And I always like when I see people giving charity, acts of goodness and kindness, acts of goodness and kindness, acts of goodness and kindness. My fitness journey starts today now, I always say, as can yours, you know. My Pope the King, the sun is always shining, always rising. My Pope the King, the sun is always rising, always setting. My Pope the King, the sun is always rising, always setting. So it's always on the X, always on the Y, always on the Z. And I'm really joyous now because I've seen, like I said, those couples, senior citizens holding hands on my left, and youth, sweet 16 type, I'm assuming, but that's what I assumed the age was. They were also holding hands and kind of showing some affection and love. And you know, in the free world here in this North American collective, in North American Quebec, La Belle Province, Montreal, you're free to do so, you know, between, of course, adults and youth with youth, you know, teenagers with teenagers, and 16-year-olds with 16-year-olds, 15 and 16, whatever the case may be. That would be perfect for my anonymous sister friend there. That house would be perfect for my anonymous sister friend. That house would be perfect for my anonymous sister friend. And look at that. You see how it goes down like that? It goes down like that. Just goes down. Steep goes down. And I believe that house here will be another house. My anonymous sister friend, best woman I know, will be perfect in that house. Got some nice green, GREN. So now I'm going to discuss a little bit of my debt my debt DRT again, because I think it's super important for me to discuss it. So my debt theory, my DRT theory, as I march to the mountain, stands for debt refusion theory. It's called D.R.T. My debt refusion theory includes what's called monetary integration theory. So what was done in finance, it's called monetary integration theory. What was done in finance, financial theory is called, there's a theory called monetary integration theory, which was what was done in the European Union. So the Germans got rid of the Deutsche Mark, the French got rid of the franc, Italians got rid of the lira, and many European countries in Europe got rid of their old currencies and adopted a common currency. That's monetary integration. So my DRT theory contains monetary integration theory, which is what they did in the European Union. So the Europeans, that's what they did, of course. They created the DRT. I mean, they put the monetary integration theory, and they created the euro, right? So they created a common currency. That's monetary integration theory. Right? So they got rid of all their old currencies. Some retained their old, a dual system of currency. So my DRT theory includes monetary integration theory, monetary integration theory, monetary integration theory, right? That's what it includes. So take all public and private debt, since the fact that, of course, the debt has, of course, increased to the point that it's not sustainable. Even my debt is 10,500, but I'm talking about the public debt of Canada. Public debt of Canada has reached a record levels that is not sustainable, and the debt servicing on the debt, that the debt servicing is, of course, paying the interest on the debt, has reached, here it is, and I'll show again the picture. So it's more than doubled. I'm gonna show the financial theory, and gonna show, of course, the concrete numbers. I would love to see my anonymous sister friend live in that house. My anonymous sister live in that house. So I'm gonna show. Gotta give a salutation for the youth, The empire, for the empire. Laying the foundations first and foremost with 718 trillions of kisses. You heard that right, I'm laying the foundation for the First Kingdom Empire, the North American Democratic Republic. First and foremost with 718 trillions of kisses. 718 trillions of kisses. First and foremost with 718 trillions of kisses. Or my anonymous sister would deserve to live in that house right there. That would be great for her, see? That would be great for her. Yeah, love to see her there. You know? Or that one there. That one there. That one there. Even that one. Anyways, so laying the foundations for the First Democratic Republic, North American Union, for that empire of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. That's my dream, the public-private partnership. Go to a public-private partnership. That's fundamentally what my dream is about. So here it is. So now it's 2. Let's see if I can take some pictures. It's 2:05. So here it is from the CBC. This is the ballooning debt charges, ballooning. The ballooning debt charges. Ballooning debt charges. See, 2020-2021 was 20.3 billion. So 20.3 billion, a billion is 1,000 million. It jumped, it more than doubled in 3 years. So that was just paying the interest on the public debt. The public debt, paying the interest on the public debt was 20.3 billion. $20.3 billion. 20.3 billion. It jumped to 46.5 billion. 20.3 billion. It jumped to 46.5 billion. See? It jumped. So more than doubled from 20.3 billion to 46.6 billion. See? 46.5. So more than doubled. Because double would have been 20.3 times 2, it would have been 40.6. But it's 46.5. So this is the debt servicing. In other words, debt servicing is a more fancy term to say paying the interest. So there's no other solution but my DRT theory, which stands for the debt refusion theory. And this is from the CBC. This is official Bank of Canada numbers. This is in public knowledge, accessible, official public numbers. Public numbers. Turn your heads left and right before you cross the street. Before you cross the street. Before you cross the street. Official public numbers. Those are the official numbers. Those are accessible in the Bank of Canada. Those are public knowledge. Those are public knowledge. Just like me in the public, you know, for years I'm an ASPE, the amnesia artist, athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst, and theorist, and I firmly believe in my DRT theory. My brothers and sisters, with all clear heart, clear conscience, I say, which the paradox of the curse of Asperger's, the paradox of the curse of Asperger's, as me that I have obsessions. One of the obsessions is the study of civilizations. The study of civilization, studied in depth, and public finance are one of the components of a civilization. One of the components. So that's why now I can present the DRT theory, the debt refusion theory for the creation of the youth. Now I gotta check. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Made it just in time. So just in time my DRT theory comes to save the world from financial apocalypse. 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 Right? So the DRT theory, as I reach the mountain, stands for debt refusion theory. My theory includes what's called monetary integration theory. So monetary integration theory is exactly what they did in the European Union. So this is the theory, debt refusion theory, my theory, which is the only solution. Take all public and private debt. As a private citizen, I got about 10,500 debt. My debt, all of debt, public and private debt of Canada, Canadians. My debt, your debt, the debt of brothers and sisters in the USA, Mexico, Haiti, Gourd, the Dominican Republic, all the countries of the collective North American civilizational complex of North America. And since the United States dollar is still the currency of choice for world trade, international finance, global business, and this Canadian Quebecer was born twice in a past life, post 1776, served both times in the United States Army, that I served both times in the past life in 1776 when I was born. In a previous incarnation post 1776, I served in the South, in the USA Army, twice in those previous incarnations, both times. So my brothers and sisters in the USA, for North American Collective, create a new global central bank, take all public and private debt. Take all public and private debt, refuse it. So whatever the number is, whatever the number is, all that number is going to be in the trillions. And since the United States dollar is still the currency of choice for international finance, global trade and world commerce, do the conversion from Canadian dollars, all the public and the private debt, Canadian dollars, Mexican peso, Haitian gourd, all North American countries, Jamaica, other countries. Look at that beautiful Montreal here in the mountain. Who want to sponsor? I go up and down these stairs 300 times with rock and roll to my right in security and safety for a cause, for the DRT, for LGBTQ like me, for financially struggling like me, but I'm rich in kisses, theories, blah, 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 blah. Oh, here's We're going to go up and down 300 times. Forward with rock and roll, with I love you, with hugs, with some rainbow love. As I go up and down, who want to finance? I can go for a cause, for public workers, for the farmers up and down, and for whatever cause you want, for women's sports leagues, for LGBTQ causes, for whatever the case may be, and can go up and down 300 times on these stairs, can go up and down 300 times on these stairs, can go 300 times up and down on these stairs 300 times for a whatever XYZ is. I can go up and down 300 times. And we use the mountain DRT theory, debt refusion theory, for the creation of the UE. Debt refusion theory. Take all public and private debt, refuse it, whatever the number is, in the trillions, finance and initial money supply of a global central bank, North American Integree central banking financial system, worldwide, to issue a currency which I call the UE, Universal Exchange Unit, to be at par with the United States dollar. So all the debt, public and private debt, all the debt, public and private debt, all the debt, public and private debt, all the debt, public and private, will be put together. Canadian dollar debt converted to US dollars, Mexican peso converted to US dollars, and all the Haiti, and debt all the way, Haiti and Canadian debt, and whatever the case may be, it's do the conversion in trillions of dollars, and that will finance the initial money supply, the initial money supply, and of course will be the initial money supply for this new global central bank, which will issue the Universal Exchange Unit, the Universal Exchange Unit, right? So once again, take all the public and the private debt, convert it together, do the conversion, and do, of course, whatever the case may be with the conversion, and do the conversion. So all the US dollars will stay the same. Canadian debt will be converted to US dollars. Mexican peso will be converted to US dollars, peso, Mexican peso, Haitian gourd, and of course we're gonna do the trillions of dollars. All that money will be the initial money supply of this new bank. They will issue the Universal Exchange, preferably by biometrics, the hand, the voice, and the eye being unique biometric identifiers. That's why I'm calling on astrological brother Scorpio. Brother Bill Gates, Scorpio, Larry Fink. Scorpio, Larry Fink, Scorpio. Joe Biden is also a Scorpio. Kiss them all by the trillions. Kiss them all. Kamala Harris and my Christian Freeland, my anonymous sister friend, citizen, Christian Freeland, Minister of Finance, Bank of Canada, Federal Reserve Bank of New Mexico. So create the UE. UE stands for Universal Exchange Unit. Like I said, based on the US dollar, based on the US dollar. So US dollar, Mexico, all that money, all the debt, public and private, converted to US dollar, that money, the debt will be the initial money supply of this new central bank, North American Central Integrated Bank, World Bank. That one will finance, and then we'll set a limit of 10%. 10% interest. It could be 7.70, 3.33, 1.56, 4.18, 7.18, or okay, it could be 3, or the case may be, but maximum 10%. So that is the solution. You can come here. My brothers in the USA can come ski. Got a nice ski I always love. People are gonna go with this ski. Gotta be careful. Keep them on a leash. And I always like to see people coming here and doing a little bit of physical activity, joggers. And I always like when I see the mountain here because it's public. It's like my second home, you know, so I always like to see and invite people to come here. I come here 4 seasons and now it's a full day. See the children going some exercising. It's always pleasant. I always see the children there happy and joyous going some exercise, and I always like when I see people exercising because I encourage people to exercise. Come here. Congratulations, salute to those who made an effort to come to the mountain, and we got plenty of activities, and this is gotta give the public works set up here for you. It's a great ski, you know, they gotta ski, so it's all made by the public works. I like to sell, well, it's not just my forest, it's not just my mountain, it belongs to you, to me, and look at that. That's cool. Always enjoy here, see physical activity and people having a little bit of joy and fitness, and people loving, and getting that ski, super nice, super cool. People on that ski, yeah, I love it. Super nice, super physical activity, and super good for you. It's fun, and get that fun. I'm always for the fun. I always like to see physical activities, and that brings me good joy, and I encourage. This is fitness right here. Give a little bit of fitness. Chilling, people skiing, so I just love when I see people exercising joyous, you know, joy and secured. And come, my American brothers and sisters, come with us here. I'm gonna teach you some French. It's always good to exercise. This is public, right? This mountain. The only thing I ask is that you don't leave trash and garbage. Just put it in the bins. It's got public works. And see, guys, we got a forest. Oh, we got rabbits and flora and fauna, and we got, of course, also squirrels. We got all sorts of birds, so just don't pollute. All I ask is that you don't pollute. Just put it in the garbage. So we do our part for the flora. See, even here in Quebec, we do bikes 20, even in the winter. We Quebecers, we dance in the snow here, you know. We dance up in the snow, and we love our French. But it could be bilingual translation, but I could do the translation right here in my home, my second home. You see a lot of languages spoken as well, and we got a Chemin homestead. See, there it is, Chalet du Mont Royal, and gotta get that Montreal so here. So see, you can ski like this. So anyways, for the DRT theory, and it's always fun. Oh, so many people today. Glad you made an effort. I love to see the children active and fit, and some of them wearing some red, and seeing some people holding their couples, and my Rainbow Nation or not, LGBTQ or not. It's always fun. So it's fun, and so you get a nice ski. This is public works, they take care of it, and they take care of all that there. So you can slide here and the other way, so it's always fun. Especially to see the youth exercising, you know, it's good for them, for the youth, for all ages. So super fitness, and gotta get that drill and get that fitness, and we gotta get for the joggers. Salute. Doing some well, exercise that body. And see, the parking lot's full, so just be careful, don't pollute. Don't leave trash. People are holding couples, and see the children exploring, and we got a lot you can explore. It can take you years to just explore the side of the mountain. Because now I'm on the main road, right? But I can deviate and go to the sides, but sometimes you can't like really deviate a lot, but it's always fun, you know. I love a lot of people today, and the more I guess the better, and having some fun exploring the mountain. I also encourage to go through to the forest, but maybe now it's not that appropriate because if you don't know the mountain, you can deviate a little bit by that, and you can kind of, you gotta know your way. So it's better if you explore and do it by yourself when it's not winter if you're not familiar. But anyways, because I mean there is a safety. You get slides, see there. You can get that clothes for the winter, and you can get that going there, and you can't go through there. There's designated ways, like, but if you don't know your way, it's better you stay on the lane in the public, and you get the drill, and it's good. And hey, see, I'm not gonna stick on the main road. It's gonna deviate because lots of folk. It's great you came to. It's not just my mountain. It's not just my forest. It's mine, yours, ours, and also, of course, get it on that drill and get it on that drill. And gotta go roundabout, and once again, support that D and that R and that D, the DRD, for the creation of the UE. And what time it is? Is it time to switch for that French? But I want to discuss a little bit more now my DRT theory once again, because I was a little bit distracted, but in a good way. Distracted by seeing so many people having fun on the mountain, and seeing that exercise gives me joy. And I do encourage exercise, and I like matchmaking. I see some couples, and gotta get for the trail, you gotta look up to the beautiful sky. See how the clouds are. Just looks like a perfect formation. See how beautiful it is. I guess you gotta look up to see, and have fun, have a snow fight here, and get a little bit of that drill, get it, have fun, enjoy it. People having some fun in the snow, it's always fun. Quebecers here love our mountains. There's Mount Royal here, and Mount Royal there, and all of it, all the three peaks of Mount Royal, but that's called Westmount and Americain. And I always like to see people doing snow fights, pleasant, laughing, and joyous. That's the anthem of the dancing goddess in the dragon kingdom. Laughing, joy, on instrumental music, no lyrics. But look how beautiful that is. See how beautiful that is? Just you gotta look up at the majesty of the sky. It just looks almost surreal, you know? Oh, like a fantasy. So now we're gonna go through here because I don't want to stay on the main road. Staying on the main road too much, but discuss the DRT again. So my death refusion tree. But before I do again, just want to see if I can take some pictures, because I didn't get that. You know, I didn't have the. Who hacked me? See this? Small. And, FBI, whatever the case may be. No need to spy on me. I live free, but also secure in liberty. And my son the Pope will hack you. My son the Pope will hack you. My son the Pope will hack you. So I'm gonna take a little bit of pictures and see if I can get that low. We got a slow battery mode, I guess. So we're gonna go inside and discuss my DRT theory again. You know, the DRT theory stands for debt refusion theory. Debt refusion theory, of course, is my theory. So once again, take all public and private. Take all public and private debt. My debt 10,500, your debt, our debt, collective debt. North American civilizational complex of North America. Do what I call a refusion. So take all the debt, public and private, and that number of all Canadian debt converted to US dollar, Mexican peso converted to US dollars, and of course the Haitian gourd and the Mexican peso, and all that debt, do that conversion to US dollars, and all that money will finance a new central bank. Will be the initial money supply, for a new global central bank, preferred by biometrics, and it could be dual system and whatever have you. But of course, create a new currency. So all the debt, public and the private, is going to be in the trillions. That will be the initial money supply for a new global central bank, together maybe with Bank of International Settlements, or of course, not just the BIS, but the Bank of Canada, Federal Reserve, and whatever the case may be, Federal Reserve, and together a new central bank, and issue a new currency. So I need public-private partnership with Microsoft, Scorpio Brother, Bill Gates, and Apple, Google, and all public and private institutions, organizations, and BlackRock, and Blackstone are two different ones, just a Larry Fink. So Blackstone is not BlackRock, and BlackRock is not Blackstone. So BlackRock and Blackstone are two different institutions. But what I meant to say is that also the public institutions and the private to work together on this to create the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, and at par with the United States dollar, 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 the US dollar, right, will be at par. So then all the money, the debt, public and private, put together is going to create a new global central bank, and all that money, fuse it, that is, create a new currency called the Universal Exchange Unit, the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, and of course created, and it's going to be based on the US dollar, and all the money, the debt, public and private, all the countries, and that's going to be the initial money supply of this new central bank based on the UE will be at par with the US dollar. At that point in time, they freeze all prices, standardize all prices of bread, milk, butter, and of course issue what I call the UE based on the US dollar. So based on the US dollar, issue the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit. So the Universal Exchange Unit, of course, to be based, like I said, on the aforementioned. So create the Universal Exchange Unit, the Universal Exchange Unit. Because that's what money is fundamentally. To buy, sell, money is to buy, sell, money is to buy and sell. That's what fundamentally money is. To buy and to sell. That's what fundamentally money is. To buy and to sell. To buy and to sell. Fundamentally, that's what money is. To buy and to sell. Goods, services, standardized, and set an interest limit of 10%. It could be 7.70, 3.33, 1.56, 4.18, 7.18, whatever the case, lower than 10, maximum 10% thereafter. And that will be the new currency which will be issued, the Universal Exchange Unit, based on the United States dollar, based on the United States dollar, based on the United States dollar. That's the DRT theory, and that is the only solution to where we are now financially, brothers and sisters. There's no other solution now where we are in terms of financials. There's no other solution, I can say with a clear heart. So the DRT theory stands for debt refusion theory. Take all public and private debt, the debt converted to US dollars. That money will finance the initial a new bank, a new financial institution to issue what I call the Universal Exchange Unit. 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 Universal Exchange Unit. The UE. The UE, the UE, the UE. Preferably by biometrics. It's the hand, the voice, the unique biometric identifiers. So even to do that is the solution, because that's the only solution. There's no other way. Brothers and sisters, where we are now, debt interest and ballooning debt charges, paying the interest. You saw it more than doubled in 3 years. It more than doubled in 3 years. It more than doubled in 3 years. So DRT, for the creation of the UE, it more than doubled, right? So here we are on the mountain. I present the solution. This is my second home. It's public, and I just love seeing people coming, having some joy. Y'all bring me joy, my joy to see your joy. Allies and armies, pledge your allegiance, legions to our family. Allies and armies, pledge your allegiance, legions to our family. Allies and armies, pledge your allegiance, legions to our army. Support the DRT. Support the public-private partnership, which is my dream, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, laying the foundations of the first empire. First and foremost, with trillions of kisses. Kisses I got by the trillions from the goddess. Where that moon almost full a few days. And see right here in the nature, we got civilization data antenna, and in a parallel life, I build, construct, design satellites, constellations of satellites. I build in parallel life, supercomputers, solar connected, nuclear type fusion, solar connected, and with all things 3G, 4G, 5G, super scientist. And of course, I design supercomputers, microchips, and implant heads with microchips, and create cyborgs, dual cyborgs in a parallel life. I'm a trippy scientist. A trippy scientist. In that parallel life, I'm the super scientist of that universe. In this life, a bit of a comedian, but also a serious philosopher and geopolitical analyst and theorist, and asked me with amnesia, calling all to support the DRT. And gotta salute my Pope, the King, the Sun, who now rises now sets. Oh, look at the beautiful sun. So we're gonna do that sun dance a little bit. So see, that's pizza. That's 5G, I believe. That's 5G. I believe that's 5G, which is like pizza shaped. They're smaller, but kind of thicker. Anyways, they should also support the UE, because what is money but to buy, sell? We need to build a new app, the UE app, the Dragon Army fitness app, and let's finance, incentivize citizens to go out in nature, do some volunteering, do some ocean cleaning, do some forest cleaning, do some push-ups, do some fitness. We need to mass finance citizens' fitness. Your fitness journey starts today, commences now. With a march, with a walk, with a push-up, with a squat, with a march, with a walk, with a push-up, with a squat. With a march, with a walk, with a push-up, with a squat. Your fitness journey commences now, brothers and sisters. Today, I always say, sun shining, take some sun, and, you know, going to wellness. We need to mass finance wellness, fitness. Starts with working out, training, and exercising, and going back to health. Myself, I was down and out, you know, just down and out, down and out. Really, I moved to a better place, started healing, got out of depression, conquered depression and being suicidal, and here I am, happy, joyous. Not perfect, sometimes get that moody, and I got aggression, my brothers and sisters, but I channel it. I do have aggression, but I channel it. I see my citizen jogging, see you, go for it, go, go, go. I see my people go work out, train, exercise. I'm an independent fitness captain who's open for business, calling on all the governments, institutions, organization, NFL, National Football League, NHL, National Hockey League, NBA, National Basketball Association, MLB to support. Let's mass finance citizens. And oh, I don't want to be in the way here, because this is kind of like designated for those who ski. See, it's made by the Public Works, so I'm just gonna cross here and go around the body, because I don't want to impede, you know, impede their activities and their joy. So I'm gonna move out of the way. So we're gonna switch to that French. It's with la belle province. So I'll make sure I'm not gonna slide here too much. But let's see. Oh yeah. See, there's a way too. But anyways, now I'm kind of on the main road, and I like to take the deviations. But that area is designated for ski, so I'm gonna kind of respect that, and gonna switch to that French in a bit. But once again, I want to say this march is dedicated, of course, to launching the initiative called the Dancing Goddess Tour, dancing goddess tour, and of course we're gonna do that dance. And dancing is my favorite sport, and you know how that goes. And we're gonna do part, and we're gonna switch to that French. And dancing is my favorite sport. I also like hockey, basketball, boxing also. I like boxing. I like winter activities. And if you see a glove, so you gotta bring it to that. You gotta bring it to the. You gotta bring it to the lost and found. So I'm gonna bring it to the lost and found. See, I found the glove, so I'm gonna bring it to the lost and found. See, I gotta bring it to the lost and found. See. Gotta bring it to the lost and found, so that's what I'm gonna do. Hope I don't forget. Hope I don't forget. Because somebody dropped it here, but man, I don't know. So when I find items, we have a lost and found here on the mountain, Armee de la montagne, so you can always bring it to those, of course, who are gonna take care and maybe retrieve it to fellow citizens. Again, grateful, thankful that my rent's paid, electricity bill's paid, got food and coffee, and kisses by the tree and support the dream, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom, the dancing goddess and the dragon kingdom. For the regeneration of Quebec, la belle province of the collective North American civilization, North Americans unite. North Americans unite, coast to coast, coast to coast. Salute in Nova Scotia, let's go rock and roll. Hey, bienvenue, je suis déjà sur la montagne de votre dragon arc-en-ciel. On lance et je lance. Car votre dragon arc-en-ciel, artiste, athlète, 7e comédien. Un 7e comédien, c'est chez nous la comédie, mais aussi du sérieux, puis l'humour, de tout, un peu de tout. Et je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique. Votre conditionnement physique commence dès aujourd'hui, puis je suis content. Avec le beau soleil de février, une chanson oubliée pour la renaissance. Hey, danse, comme il faut, avec le main dans les airs, ça bouge les fesses. Hey, Québécois puis Québécoises. Avec du rock'n'roll de la belle province, des antennes, des satellites pour ça tomber de la pluie, pour la bénite, pas de l'eau bénite, mais des câlins puis des bisous à la place. Hey, puis ça face, hey, bien sûr, ici c'est la montagne, je vous envoie l'amour, puis je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique, puis bien sûr, l'entraînement physique a été sur ma médecine et thérapie de choix avec le beau soleil, puis on lance la tournée. Je invite Céline, je vous invite ma chère, je vous aime Céline, soutenir l'initiative de la tournée de la Deesse qui danse. Je vais danser sur toutes les chansons folkloriques puis de Céline, puis ici, bien sûr, en composer mes propres chansons. J'en compose, bien sûr, 24 sur 24 sur l'île, puis partout à Montréal, puis bien sûr, à Montréal, je vous invite à venir ici, puis quand vous venez ici, ne polluez pas, ne laissez pas des canettes, des poubelles, tout ça dans la forêt, parce qu'on a des écureuils, des lapins, de la flore, puis de la faune. On a de la flore, de la faune. Puis j'en trouve même en hiver, puis vous savez, vous avez des vidéos que je vois, vous me voyez, puis je ramasse, je nettoie, je ramasse. Puis oui, je suis en train de faire une vidéo avec un ordinateur portable grâce à l'électricité puis les centrales bâties par l'Hydro-Québec quelque part dans le nord, Bay James dans le nord, quelque part là-bas, qui a été bâti, construit, on construit, puis on bâtit d'autres. Ben, c'est grâce à ça, l'électricité qui ne pollue pas, c'est quelque chose que je dois le mentionner, peut-être le mettre sur YouTube dans les vidéos. Ouais, ça c'est, là-bas c'est la rivière. Ça c'est la rivière qui entraîne la montagne, ça. C'est une rivière qui entraîne la montagne, puis il y a bien sûr des montagnes, puis bien des monts, l'autre, pas des montagnes, des monts. Deesse, c'est un mot, puis l'autre mot c'est M-O-N-T-S. Pas des démons, là. Des démons, ben, je donne des bisous, puis ils s'en vont en fuite. Ouais. Comment on fait le bleu ciel? Encore une fois, je dois dire ma gratitude. Mon loyer est payé, ma facture d'électricité aussi, le mois de février. Mon loyer est payé, j'ai payé mon loyer pour le mois de février. J'ai payé ma facture d'électricité 2, j'ai du café et du thé. Et j'ai payé mon loyer, puis je regarde cette belle ville, ma ville, dans cette vie, puis dans une autre. Puis j'ai survécu la COVID, je célèbre 4 ans. Quand je suis mort, je dis souvent, je suis mort de la COVID, je renais maintenant, je suis mort sur l'île de Montréal, je renais sur l'île de Montréal, ça ressemble à un oiseau si on regarde en haut. Et regardez les montagnes, 2,5 millions, c'est comme un petit village, un petit pays, regardez les montagnes, c'est comme un petit pays entouré entouré bien sûr de montagnes. Puis de montagnes, puis avec bien sûr les bas, tu sais, les constructions qui ont été bâties. 2,5 millions. C'est avec 4,5 millions par le nord puis par le sud. Par le nord puis par le sud, c'est 4,5 millions. 2,5 millions sur l'île de Montréal. Regardez ici. Que ça soit. 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 Sur le Mont-Royal. Et qu'on regarde avec de la métropole. Et bien sûr, que ça soit ici, par la gauche et par la droite, et regardez comment on fait l'amour. Quelqu'un fait l'amour, puis je dois dire, ben, en bon français, bon québécois, j'aimais bien ça. J'aimais bien ça, mais savoir, quand je suis venu sur le chemin, à droite, du monde qui se tenait par la main, des jeunes, c'était 16 ans, je pense, 16, des adolescents, en couple, vraiment, puis à peu près 16-17, je sais pas, mais avec les lunettes. Puis l'autre bord, à ma gauche, il y avait des citoyens aînés, des aînés qui étaient dans, je sais pas quel âge, mais qui se tenaient aussi par la main, qui faisaient des signes d'affection. Fait que j'ai bien aimé ça. Parce que j'étais un petit peu, j'étais pas de super bonne humeur, mais après ça, ça m'a mis mon humeur. Puis là, quand je vois du monde s'entraîner, ça m'a mis encore plus d'humeur. Fait que ça en fait encore plus la célébration. Puis avec le soleil qui sort, puis c'est important d'avoir la gratitude, tu sais. La gratitude, la gratitude, la gratitude, c'est important. Fait que mon loyer est payé, mon électricité est payé, puis j'ai de la nourriture, du café, j'ai une pomme, j'ai de quoi manger. Puis quand je retourne chez nous, j'ai des gaufres, puis il y a encore du monde qui se tient par la main, ça me donne de la joie. Puis on va voir s'il y a des oiseaux, des petits oiseaux qui viennent puis qui se nourrissent. Ouais, ici, on va voir comment ils sont nourris. Check ça. Ça, c'est des oiseaux qui viennent, c'est des petits oiseaux, puis ils sont là, ils se font nourrir. C'est des quoi qu'ils donnent, c'est des tournesols, des grains de tournesol. Il faut là le petit oiseau qui est là. Je sais pas c'est quoi cet oiseau-là, mais ils ont des grains de tournesol. Fait que c'est les travailleurs publics qui leur donnent, puis regardez, il y a pas mal de... C'est compostable, fait qu'il n'y a pas de danger, c'est compostable. Et regardez qu'il s'en vient, puis il mange. Tic, tic. Comment qu'il est beau, le petit. Le petit oiseau, fait que c'est pour ça qu'il faut pas polluer, laisser des déchets, puis de tout ça. Un autre qui s'en vient, il y en a 2. Hey, vous avez bien, hey, il y en a 3 places, 4 places, 7 places pour 7 oiseaux. En même temps, un autre, un troisième qui vient. Hey, un troisième oiseau, noir et blanc, comment qu'il est beau. Un oiseau noir et blanc avec du gris dessus, qui est beau. Du gris, du noir, du blanc, puis du gris. C'est des petits oiseaux. Hey, un troisième qui s'en vient, regardez. Peux-tu les prendre en photo? J'ai pas assez de... Pas pour prendre une photo, mais regardez, qui se nourrissent. Les oiseaux qui se nourrissent de grains de tournesol. Puis qui viennent, qui n'a bien des oiseaux, des écureuils, des lapins, puis bien sûr des marmottes. C'est pour ça qu'il faut mettre dans les déchets. On a les travailleurs publics, les travailleurs publics qui s'en occupent. Fait que juste en faire, puis regardez comment ils sont beaux. Fait que ici, ils se nourrissent de grains de tournesol. Là, il attend, l'autre s'en vient, il regarde aussi, puis il s'en vient, pop, il mange un peu. Et c'est ça, il mange le grain, mais il mange juste le grain dedans. J'imagine qu'il y a un bec assez fort pour l'ouvrir, puis juste manger dedans. Ils sont bien nourris, hein? Regardez ça. Vous voyez ça, comment ils sont beaux? Ils sont gris, ils sont noirs, wow! Ils sont petits, hein? Ils sont petits, mais ils sont bien nourris. Ils vont grossir un peu, peut-être pas. Et ils sont beaux, regardez ça. Comment ils sont beaux, hein? C'est des petits oiseaux noirs et blancs, puis l'autre il attend là-bas, puis l'autre il va s'en venir. Il change de bord, il ouvre le grain, c'est des grains de tournesol. Et voilà. 1, 2, 3, l'autre s'en vient. Et ils sont bien nourris ici. J'imagine qu'ils remplissent à peu près à chaque semaine ou 2-3 jours, mais hey, s'ils n'arrêtent pas de manger, ils sont... Fait que ça, puis ça tourne par terre. Il est là, puis il mange. Vous voyez? Il y a l'autre qui s'en vient, puis il mange, puis... Hey, il y en a beaucoup d'oiseaux, regardez, ils sont tous alentour. Ils prennent leur tour, ils sont bien ordonnés, hein? Ils ont la discipline. Ils changent de bord. Ils sont disciplinés, tu sais, que ça. Hey, c'est quelque chose quand même. C'est les grains de tournesol, ils sont nourris, puis ça, c'est les travailleurs publics hein, qui le montrent, fait qu'il faut remercier. C'est une belle initiative, je pense. Ah, check ça. Là, il s'en vient l'autre. Ils mangent. Là, ils sont un bord puis l'autre. Puis je pense qu'il y en a 7 trous. C'est des petits trous. Puis là, ils mangent, puis ils s'en vont. Puis là, il y en a un qui attend, puis il revient. Wow. C'est des grains de tournesol qu'ils mangent. Des grains de tournesol. Ils sont bien nourris, pareil. Ah, c'est-tu à moi, ça? Je sais pas. Papier, ça. J'en ai un pareil, mais... En tout cas. Fait qu'on va chanter encore. J'ai encore une fois la gratitude. Et je vous encourage à faire de l'entraînement public. L'entraînement dans le public, that's it, that's all. Des pompes, des câlins et des bisous. J'en ai des bisous. Je fonde l'Empire, premièrement avec des bisous. L'Empire de la Déesse, c'est le royaume de la Déesse. Puis, qui danse, puis du dragon, qui est fondamentalement un appel pour un partenariat public-privé, pour un partenariat public-privé, pour un partenariat public-privé. Ici, chez nous, la belle province de l'Amérique du Nord, le compromis qu'on a fait du français, on continue à faire le compromis du français. Qu'est-ce que moi j'appelle en tant que philosophe, comédien, le grand compromis linguistique. Le grand compromis linguistique. Le grand compromis linguistique qu'on avait fait du français. Du français, bien sûr, du français, le grand compromis du français, puis qu'on continue à le faire ici sur la montagne, puis en dehors sur l'île de Montréal, c'est quand même un pays, 2,5 millions. 2,5 millions, c'est 2,5 millions, 4,5 millions avec le nord puis le sud, puis le nord puis le sud, puis le nord puis le sud. Puis oui, c'est des temps difficiles pour moi-même, en dette de 10 500. Moi aussi, j'ai une dette de 10 500, puis, mais je suis quand même gratitude, puis je suis ouvert pour les affaires, puis tant qu'à ce bon, j'ai l'emploi, tout ça, ça a été plus difficile pour moi, mais j'ai eu de l'emploi que j'ai bien aimé durant la COVID. J'ai eu de l'emploi que j'ai bien aimé durant la COVID, j'ai eu de l'emploi, mais que j'ai bien aimé durant la COVID, j'ai eu bien de l'emploi que j'ai bien aimé durant la COVID. Tu sais? Dans la COVID. Dans la COVID. Dans la COVID. Dans la COVID, tu sais. Ben de l'emploi, moi aussi. Ouais, ça c'est tombé sur leur table comme ça là-bas. Hé, ça fait du ski. Ça. Et puis bon, c'est ça, ça a été. Là, ça a fait du ski. C'est ça, une bonne activité d'hiver ici. Puis, je dois remercier les travaux publics parce que moi j'aime ça. Voir les skieurs qui se font du ski. Puis, j'ai pas de ski moi-même, mais j'aime ça, le ski, j'aime ça, le sport dans la neige, danse. Moi, c'est la danse, mon sport préféré, mais on fait une collaboration, puis on habite en harmonie, hein, en collaboration, puis ma sécurité, ma liberté en tant que citoyen artiste, votre dragon arc-en-ciel, ben, en collaboration avec vous autres, puis tout ça ici. C'est l'île de Montréal que je connais, hein. Les autres, je sais pas bien, le mystère, ma jeunesse, je sais pas, l'amnésie, puis tout ça, puis je me souviens avoir vécu la COVID. C'était comme la mort, la pestilence. Moi, c'est comme la pestilence, la mort, la maladie. C'était comme la maladie, la pestilence, la mort. C'était la maladie, la pestilence, la mort. Je célèbre 4 ans de ma victoire sur la COVID. Puis l'exercice physique, ça me garde la santé mentale, ça me garde le bon esprit. Puis des fois aussi, je m'en souviens des dernières années, j'ai eu. C'était comme, ah, je veux pas, ça me tente pas, puis ça, mais. La libération, la sexualité, tout ça, des choses sacrées, avec consentement, hygiène, mais avec mes alliés, puis Armee, prêté allégeance, légion, mais des bisous, des chatouilles, puis des câlins, je vis ça libre, puis l'hygiène en public, puis l'entraînement physique, puis that's it, that's all, rock and roll, tu sais. Ouais, la spiritualité, bien sûr, là, attends, ça c'est sacré pour moi, la nature, Le soleil aussi, c'est mon pape, bien sûr. Le soleil, c'est mon pape, bien sûr. Le soleil, tout ça, la danse, l'Amérique du Nord, puis la paix mondiale depuis le ciel. Il y a une version du rock'n'roll de Jésus, ma version rock'n'roll de Jésus. J'ai une version rock'n'roll de Jésus. Je vous lave les pieds, il n'y a pas de problème, s'il vous plaît. Je vous lave les pieds, il n'y a pas de problème. Pas de pieds, il n'y a pas de problème. Je fais les vers de la comédie, puis... Salut! Parlez-vous français?
Sorry, no.
Oh no, I just wanted to... I thought you heard what I was saying in French. I was doing a little bit of comedy and I thought maybe you enjoyed it.
No, but I'm sure it was funny.
Cool, man. Take care, guys. Fait que j'avais fait... parce qu'ils m'ont souri, puis je pensais qu'ils m'avaient entendu quand ils font... quand j'ai fait la comédie, puis... Bien sûr, quand je parlais en ma version de Jésus, rock'n'roll, puis bien sûr, quand je dis, parce que je fais de la comédie aussi, je suis un 7e comédien, là, aussi, là. Danseur, philosophe, artiste, athlète, puis des fois c'est sérieux de la géopolitique, puis quand je parle de la géopolitique, ben vous voyez, j'ai l'Asperger's, hein, puis les Aspis, nous, on a des obsessions intenses, puis des intérêts intenses, puis c'est peut-être pour ça que j'ai perdu beaucoup d'amis dans les 7 dernières années. Le chiffre après 6, c'est 7, le chiffre après 6, c'est 7, le chiffre après 6, c'est 7. Les 7 dernières années, ben, je me suis fait des nouveaux amis durant la COVID aussi, je les ai perdus. Ben, l'Asperger's, quand je parle de la géopolitique, c'est juste des analyses, puis intenses, comme quand je fais du sport. C'est ça l'Asperger's. Il n'y a pas de médicaments qui peuvent être l'Asperger's, il n'y a pas de médicaments, il n'y a pas de médicaments pour l'Asperger's. C'est une condition, puis je dois gérer mes symptômes, ne pas m'approcher trop proche des gens. Des fois, je fais des gestes avec la main, par exemple. Une chose d'Asperger's, je bois du café dans ma tasse, ou du thé, ou du lait, ou quoi que ce soit. Je le passe d'une main à l'autre, la gauche à la droite, la gauche à la droite. C'est des symptômes d'Asperger's. Puis, mais c'est comme la malédiction qui a été une bénédiction cachée, la malédiction une bénédiction cachée. La malédiction de l'Asperger's, une bénédiction cachée, c'est que j'avais prévu en 2019 qu'est-ce qui se passe en géopolitique maintenant. J'avais prévu un conflit international en 2019, puis c'est ça qui arrive en ce moment, la géopolitique, la fracturation, la globalisation, tout ça, je ne vais pas en dévier, mais quand même. Fait que je veux pas en dévier parce que je veux en commencer juste à parler de ça pendant des heures, puis des heures, puis des heures. Puis, une autre de mes obsessions en tant qu'aspi, le sport. Quand je vois les entraînements physiques des heures de temps supplémentaire en tant qu'athlète et un capitaine d'entraînement, de conditionnement physique indépendant, j'ai créé mon propre système d'entraînement. Bon, efficace, simple. J'ai créé mon propre système d'entraînement simple, efficace. Puis je suis fier de ça, de l'avoir créé, mais ça est parallèle avec une situation de crise de 3e guerre mondiale. Puis mes propositions pour le collectif de Civilisation nord-américain. Nous autres, Québécois, Canadiens, on fait partie d'un collectif de Civilisation nord-américain. Avec les Américains, on peut continuer à travailler ensemble pour bâtir d'autres centrales, pour la défense de côte à côte, Puis quand même l'intégration. Tu sais, qu'on soit absorbé ensemble, qu'on ait des ressources qu'on développe, puis la sécurité, puis la liberté, puis on fusionne ensemble. C'est important la fusion. Mes frères et sœurs des États-Unis qui viennent chez nous, je vais leur parler comme Céline en bilingue, je vais apprendre l'anglais et le français comme mon premier ministre bilingue. On continue à faire. Des fois, c'est les tensions. On continue à faire. On finance plus de films avec partenariat avec Hollywood, avec le Québec, avec partenariat avec Hollywood, avec tous les partenaires. Mon rêve qui se manifeste comme le royaume du dragon, du monde qui se donne des bisous. Je suis matchmaker, j'aime ça. Fait que, anyways, c'est par la main, j'aime ça. Oui, l'écureuil. Oh, regardez, c'est rouge. Waouh, c'est le cardinal rouge. Oh, il mange. C'est rare que je le voie. Le cardinal rouge, the red cardinal. It's so rare that I see it. Vraiment rare, ça. Wow. They're sunflower seeds. Des grains de tournesol. C'est des grains de tournesol. Sunflower seeds. Si vous apprenez l'anglais et le français avec moi, les grains de tournesol, c'est sunflower seeds. Puis le rouge en étant ma couleur préférée, red being my favorite color. Wow, il mange beaucoup. He's eating a lot. I was gonna switch places. Wow. Ah, il s'en va. Ouais, parti. Anyways. That's the red cardinal, man. Red cardinal. Il est là, vous voyez en haut. Le cardinal rouge. Wow. Si somebody, j'ai vu quelqu'un qui porte du rouge, puis j'aime ça. Fait que... Anyways, on est rendu pour la montagne. Je veux juste aller voir. Juste aller voir, mais donner, faire un retour, faire un retour de donner. Donner, bien sûr. Oh, un autre objet perdu de l'Armee, c'est beau ça. This is beautiful. I'm gonna bring it to give it back. Lost and found. Fait que, il y a des objets perdus, fait que je vais retourner ça à quelqu'un qui a perdu. Puis we have lost and found there. So. Les objets perdus, je viens d'en trouver deux. I found two lost and found, but wow, so many people came today. That's nice, man. A lot of people made the effort. Beaucoup qui ont fait l'effort de venir dans la montagne, aller boire de l'eau. Excuse-moi, c'est vous qui s'occupe des objets perdus? Ok. Merci. Je pensais que c'était des amis de la montagne, mais je pense que c'est juste à travailler dans le café ici, à travailler dans le café, just tell us part of the city, amis de la montagne. Puis bien sûr que ça fasse amis de la montagne, mais c'est pas des amis de la montagne, c'est qui travaillent pour faire le café, fait que mais c'était pas ça. Donne des bisous puis des canins puis des chatouilles. Ah, ici, il y a l'écho. Ici, à l'écho, avec le verre, on peut faire aïe ensemble. Pour la danse, bienvenue chez nous, et ça danse en France, ça fâche. Des pieds en arrière, en avant, ça avance. Le cheval, les chevaux, la montagne de chez nous, la belle province comme un loup, belle province, c'était fou. Ça soit une autre chanson, pas d'accordion, juste des paroles, des poèmes. Pour l'Hydro-Québec et des centrales, des satellites, de l'eau, j'en veux pas que ça soit bénite, avec du vin puis des câlins, des bisous puis des chatouilles. Du rock'n'roll, Adrien, le dragon en arc-en-ciel, et ça soit fou bordel, regardez que ça soit des ailes, des aigles. Ça fasse ses fers de chez nous, la même province. C'est bleu, ça danse ensemble, du rock'n'roll bilingue comme Céline. And you get that rock'n'roll, bilingual, here we go. On the double, on the trouble, on the good and on the go. I'm gonna come back, that's for sure. What time is it? Oh, it's presque 3 heures, almost 3 o'clock, man. 3 heures.
A minha área ela é muito difícil.
Merci, thank you so much. Merci. Ouais, we're gonna do that Sundance. C'est qu'on va faire la danse du soleil. Maybe here. Peut-être ici. Maybe here. Maybe there. Et ça c'est la Mont-Royal. The best city on the planet. La meilleure ville de la planète. On va y aller faire la danse. You can come here to dance. Vous pouvez ici venir faire la danse. Puis l'entraînement physique. Ouais, le soleil qui brille. Let's see if we can get that lost and found. If we can get that lost and found. Here we are, made it to the mountain for the dance. Goddess. Goddess special dance. And that's my favorite skyscraper there with the pyramid. See the mountains, firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, les pompiers. Mais, les aliments, l'alimentation, les pompiers, firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors. Those involved in the production, distribution of food, and grocery store clerks, and all involved in the production, distribution of food, tous ceux qui vont de l'alimentaire, faut que ça soit dans les aliments des courges, des bisous, des bananes, des patates, des navets, des courges, on en a, des bananes, il faut qu'on importe par exemple. Et voilà, ça c'est la pyramide là-bas. J'adore ça, les montagnes, c'est le gratte-ciel préféré. That's my favorite skyscraper. I'm gonna build some more. On va bâtir d'autres centrales. Gonna build some more. Gonna build some more. And we're gonna get ready for that rock and roll. Ready? We need to do that dance. You know what it is? We're gonna do that. We're gonna do that dance. Yes. Yeah. Got it. Ready? Let's go.
Oh my god, that guy is so cool.
Love you guys. Let my children dance in the streets, dance in the streets. Let my children dance in the streets, dance in the streets. Let my children dance in the streets, dance in the streets. Let my children dance in the streets, dance in the streets. Que mes enfants ils dansent. Let my children dance in the streets, dance in the streets. Let my children dance in the streets, dance in the streets. Let my children dance in the streets. Ready?